looks the same.
4 years doesn't change much out here, I guess. I just don't understand why he couldn't just say what he had to say on the phone.
Just be glad he called, Daniel. We can't stay mad at each other forever.
How about this wind? Woke up this morning, thought I was in Kansas.
Well, that
These guys
explains
definitely
those
stayed
red
the same.
flippers you've got on today.
Don't you think they go nicely with my dress?
Folks at the Weather Service say the wind will either be picking up or dying down, depending on which way you're walking, I guess. Either way, it looks like rain.
So, bundle up and stay dry because we got the 110th annual Moffat County Potato Festival this weekend, and nobody wants to miss that.
Don't be afraid to meet him halfway.
We just drove in from Oregon, Helen. I think we've gone a little more than halfway already.
It's gonna be all right.
Well, all right, let's go. They'll be glad to see you anyways. Dad? Dad? I know it's been a while, Flash. Come on, that's when you're born. Hey. At least you made coffee. Dad?
What's up with Flash?
Dad? Dad? Helen? Dial 911.
Daniel!
911 operator, can I help you? Hello?
Get out of here. Go!
Hello? 911, can I help you? Hello? Hello?
Get out! Get out!
Are you all right?
Get in the truck!
You all right?
Get in the truck! Flash, load up! Flash, load up!
Paul, this is Frank Hagee. He's an aide to Congressman Mitchell from Idaho, Dr. Paul Turner. 2 days ago, one of the congressman's constituents was killed when a propane tank leaked into his home.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Jay Ashworth was a member of a consortium of farmers who supported Congressman Mitchell since he first was elected.
They also pretty much plant the entire valley. And they were about to exercise their option to buy Ashworth's 3,000 acres when they got caught in some red tape.
An $18,000 government loan Ashworth received in 1976 as part of a subsidy package?
The consortium paid off the loan. But in cases of accidental death, the law requires that a federal official review the coroner's report and examine the body before the land is conveyed. I appreciate you taking care of this so quickly. They tell me planting season is just a few weeks away. The only thing I've ever planned is a leak in the press.
Tell the congressman that Dr. Turner will be leaving for Moffat Valley first thing in the morning.
Terrific. Thank you.
I'm not going, Lynn.
Oh, yes, you are, Turner.
But since when do we run errands for congressmen?
Since this congressman sits on a subcommittee that funds USAMRIID.
I've got my own work to do. Have somebody else run your political favors for you.
Can't you tell when somebody's doing you a favor? Go to Idaho, sign on the dotted line. Today is Thursday. You don't have to be back until Monday. It's called a vacation, Paul. Take it.
Look at all the things they have at the spa. I'm getting my back rubbed 3 times. I'm getting my back rubbed 3 times before lunch.
I may not let you out of bed before lunch.
That was my plan. Oh, I'm so excited. We're going on vacation. I can't believe we haven't done this.
I can't believe we haven't done it before now.
Paul.
Wow. We're in Spud country.
That looks like it might be fun.
Yeah, maybe next year.
I just don't see how people do those autopsies. Doesn't that ever get to you?
Oh, as long as the body doesn't sit up and start talking, I'm usually okay.
I trust everything was in order.
Yeah, your coroner did a good job.
Dr. Turner, this is Rex Fuller. He's a member of the consortium that's going to be taking over Jay Ashworth's land.
Appreciate you coming all the way out here from Washington to take care of this. I'm sure you got better things to do with your time.
Actually, I'm using the opportunity to go up to Sun Valley.
Oh, hey, good for you.
So, let's get a couple of John Hancocks. Don't feel you have to read the fine print. All the places you need to sign are marked.
Well, believe me, I want to get this over with as quickly as I can, but I have this personal policy of reading everything I put my name on. You get much seismic activity around here?
Well, occasionally we feel a little something.
Well, I felt that.
What you took care of it.
I told you twice already, you got no business being here.
Make away from me, Archie.
This ain't high school no more. You see the uniform.
By signing those papers, you gave my dad's land to the people who killed him.
Now, Danny.
I'm not scared of you, Rex. I'm not Archie.
Right, that's enough.
Get your hand off me.
All right, get out of here, okay? We don't need to hear any more of your crazy accusations.
I have proof this time.
Your dad didn't give you the land, Daniel. You got to get used to that.
He killed my dad. Him and the rest of the consortium. And I have proof.
Get out.
Oh, what happened to Jay Ashworth? It was a real tragedy. But Daniel has been nothing but trouble to his father since the day he was born.
So, where were we?
Give me a minute. Hello? Hey.
Just so you know, buddy, he just signed my family's land over to the devil, all right?
I didn't sign anything. Not yet. You said you had proof that the consortium killed your father? This line runs all the way under the house?
Yeah. Archie Box is saying that the entire propane tank came out of that hole right there. The guy that came this morning to fix the tank said there's no way.
Based on what?
The access valve right here was tripped, which would have prevented it from emptying out.
But it was empty.
Yeah, because someone had opened the main valve here. Then they drilled that hole to make it look like the whole thing emptied out.
me, MacMillan.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
No. It's just so pretty out here.
Daniel says that just looking at the land gives him a physical sensation.
I can understand that.
This farm's been in his family for over 100 years. Well, I guess we both missed it.
So you're from around here, too?
Daniel and I met in high school, if you can believe that. It took us a while to get around to starting a family, but finally we just went for it. Figured the rest would just fall into place. I'm sorry, you don't even know me. I guess I just needed to vent. There's a lot going on right now. Us being back here and a baby on the way.
When are you expecting?
5 months.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sydney?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Listen, I know how much you wanted to get to Sun Valley. Believe me, I did too.
You have to stay longer.
Just for tonight, just so we can get a closer look at the situation, okay?
Just as long as you understand, I am not letting you out of that back room.
Thank you.
As long as you're staying, you might as well stay to dinner. I've been eating for 2, but cooking for 4.
Great.
Thank you.
Daniel's father called us a few days before we got here. We hadn't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, not since my mom died. When my mom was alive, somehow she managed to keep the peace. But after she died, my dad and I said some pretty harsh things to each other. It's mostly about him joining up with a consortium, you know, in their way of farming, if that's what you want to call it. They grow one kind of potato, same one, year after year after year.
Monoculture.
Yeah, which means using more chemicals than the land can tolerate. Farmers abused the land once before when we got the Dust Bowl. After that, it was DDT and mercuric chloride and sodium arsenite, thallium sulfate.
You seem to know a lot about banned pesticides.
Well, I pride myself on knowing what kills the land. I tried to tell my dad about it. He wouldn't hear any of it.
So you moved to Oregon?
It's not like we're farming 3,000 acres. It's land you can walk on and not worry about your kids getting nerve damage or lung disease.
We had hoped that Jay was calling because he'd heard about the baby.
I don't think it was about that, sweetie. I mean, there was something in his voice. Something was troubling him.
But he wasn't specific.
Well, he wanted to see me. I figured whatever it was that made him want to see me is what got him killed. And, you know, Fuller has gotten away with killing the land already. And, you know, he figures he can just probably kill a man.
You know that's what's
Why
happened.
can't you just see this, huh, Helen?
But we'll talk to the sheriff tomorrow.
You're not going to get anywhere with that. He's a consortium boy. He always has been.
Viscera seems to be hemorrhaging slightly.
Yeah. Maybe we should stay longer.
Thank you.
I'll wrap up some samples for Reese.
Did you find anything yet?
Looks like cause of death was pulmonary edema. Fluid in the lungs. Same thing that killed your father.
Well, I understand. Propane killed my father.
Not necessarily. I think the propane tank may have been tampered with to divert attention from what really killed him.
You're saying he wasn't murdered?
We're gonna find out what happened here. I want you to believe that. Now, the man I met yesterday, the one from the consortium...
Rex Fuller.
I want to talk to him.
His farm is just the next one over. I'll take you there.
I should go alone.
I can hold my temper with him, okay?
I think he may be more open to talking to me if you're not there. I want to find out what's happening here. Let me do that. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I can entertain myself.
Well, Eric, you got to admit this is looking like a darn fine potato festival. Just look at all the decorations these people have gone through. That's right. Coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks again for bringing me.
Why don't you let Helen and me show you around?
Believe it or not, I was potato queen in 1980-something.
Oh, then I'm with royalty. How can I refuse?
And I believe, Eric, we have a presentation.
Second place goes to Kelly Ray Scott for Potato Village.
I never knew you could do so much with a potato.
No.
Actually, I'm still in Moffat Valley.
Why?
Because I'm not finished here yet.
Paul, you were finished before you started. That was the whole point. Sign the conveyance, go on vacation.
Jay Ashworth's son has raised some serious questions.
Oh, Paul.
I just want to make sure he's heard by the people who need to hear it.
You always manage to make a detour out of a straight line. Now, how is that?
I'm sending you some biomaterial. I was hoping you could run a chem panel, check gas, blood levels.
What kind of biomaterial?
Actually, it's from some crows.
Drive carefully.
Okay, sure, Rex.
They're gonna miss it. The big potato festival.
Oh. Well, you find any evidence to support Daniel Ashworth's claim?
Actually, I did find some consistent information.
So you're here to arrest me for murder?
I'm not accusing you or anyone in your group of murder.
And why don't you sign the conveyance?
I think Jay Ashworth was killed by gas poisoning, but not from a leaky propane tank.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand.
Last night, a couple of dozen animals died on the Ashworth farm, apparently from gas poisoning.
I don't know anything about that. All I know is our group has a legal claim to that land, and we exercised our right in good faith by making Daniel Ashworth a fair market offer.
But he doesn't want to sell the land. He wants to cultivate.
Oh, sounds like the same crap he threw down. It's not our fault that Jay Ashworth got killed.
Yeah, but we know what happened.
Look, I'm not going to wind up with nothing.
What are you barking at? What is wrong with you?
She's been unconscious for 15 minutes. She's cyanotic. She's 33 years old and 4 months pregnant. Her respiration's shallow and she's tachycardic.
Okay, we'll take it from here.
All right, notify the ER.
I didn't understand anything they were saying.
But they need you to stay out here.
Yeah. What are they going to do to her?
They're going to put her on a respirator to give her oxygen. We're lucky that we found her when we did.
What about the baby?
We'll know soon.
They seem pretty confident, though, did they? We're at the hospital, so...
They're going to do everything that they can.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. This was caused by something at the farmhouse. It's got to be the same thing that killed those birds and Jay Ashworth.
Helen Ashworth, please.
Excuse me. What the hell's happening in this valley?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, maybe you know someone who does. Helen Ashworth nearly died from some kind of gas poisoning. Jay Ashworth did die.
Look, you don't have the first clue of how things work in this valley, okay?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna find out.
Find out. How is she?
I think she's going to be okay, but I'm not sure about her baby. You know, now's not the best time for you to be here. You should probably leave.
Methane.
There were trace levels in the crow's blood.
Methane comes from fertilizer from swamps. Last time I checked, there weren't any swamps in Idaho.
What's going on there, Paul?
A consortium of farmers trying to buy Ashworth's land, but I think they want it for reasons other than farming. Lab didn't come up with anything else, anything at all that might explain the methane?
No. But they did find some undigested bits of potato in the crow's stomach. Now, Paul, I know this probably doesn't mean anything, but the potato was transgenic. It contained DNA from some kind of bacteria.
Methane is a bacterial byproduct. Genetically engineered plants and animals are usually patented, so it shouldn't be that hard to trace the potato.
We spliced genes from a bacteria into the potato's DNA. It's a bacteria lethal to the potato's most destructive pest, the Colorado potato beetle.
So the potato produces its own pesticide?
Technically, this potato is a pesticide, at least according to the FDA. It's also how we're going to feed the world.
I'm sure there's enough here to go around.
There will be. You're holding a foot soldier in the revolution.
Revolution?
We're splicing flounder genes into tomatoes to improve frost tolerance. We're adding firefly genes to corn to make the stalks phosphorescent so that they can be harvested at night.
Sounds like science fiction.
No, not at all. In order to grow that potato, a farmer doesn't have to use any of the chemicals that have traditionally threatened his health and polluted his soil.
But by introducing this into an ecosystem, how do you prevent genetic drift into other organisms? I mean, undesirable mutations.
Nature tends to make that pretty difficult. No, species protect the integrity of their genes.
It tends to, but it is possible.
That sounds like a leading question.
That doesn't sound like an answer. How much do you know about Moffat Valley?
Moffat Valley?
About 200 miles east of here.
From New York.
Most of the land there is controlled by farmers who planted your potato. One farmer died from methane poisoning, which I think was caused by a runaway bacterial colony in the soil.
Now you're talking science fiction, Dr. Turner. 45 million acres of American farmland have been planted with biotech crops. Trust me, we've had no problems.
Not yet.
Dr. Turner, would you come with me, please? Are you trying to make sure Congressman Mitchell doesn't get reelected? First, you refuse to sign the documents that he sends you here to sign, and now you harass one of his major constituencies.
To understand what led to Jay Ashworth's death. I think it may have started here.
Parker Shane operates their business within state and federal guidelines.
Well, maybe those guidelines need to be redrawn.
This is not the time or the place or the way to introduce legislation.
How much of the congressman's war chest is filled with contributions from Parker Shane? Moffat Valley may be facing a potential environmental disaster. Isn't the congressman concerned about those constituents?
He might be if there's evidence that there was something to be concerned about. Gentlemen.
I just left Parker Shane. Or rather, I was asked to leave. This whole thing is beginning to make a terrible kind of sense.
Yeah.
How's Helen? Sydney?
She's fine. But she miscarried. Daniel's with her now. Can you come back to the hospital now?
I can't, I'm sorry.
Why not?
The potato crops grown on the consortium land were transgenic. They contained a bacterial toxin that I think was responsible for creating pockets of methane in the soil.
Methane?
And somewhere in this valley, there's a swamp, probably more than one. Sydney? Sydney?
I felt another tremor.
Combusting methane can cause low-grade seismic activity. If I'm right about this, Jay Ashworth was killed by his own land. Killed by the Earth itself. I have to call you back, Sydney.
Yeah, okay. Whatever it is you're thinking of doing right now, stop it. I think Helen would say the same thing.
They killed our baby.
You need to be here when Helen wakes up. Paul's working on this. Let him do his job. Okay?
I didn't come here to hurt you, okay? I came to talk to you.
Came all the way out here just to say hi?
The Fuller didn't want Daniel back in the valley, and neither did I.
Helen Ashworth lost her baby.
Consortium is selling their land to Parker Shane. Just came from county records. It's an all-or-nothing deal. Parker Shane to buy the land, they need to own it all.
I'm supposed to believe this is new information to you.
Oh, wait, listen. Look, the consortium controls over 40,000 acres, right? Now, when this stuff first started happening, I began to wonder why they were so set on buying Jay's 3.
Because it's useless. It's worthless. If Parker Shane doesn't buy it, the consortium goes bankrupt.
That wouldn't sit too good with Rex Fuller, would it?
You're right about that, aren't you? Take the gun out, real easy, and drop it on the ground.
I'm not gonna let you get away with this, Rex.
Shut up, Archie. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with you yet.
What is it, huh? I'm your little hay boy? Is that what this is, Rex?
That's exactly what you are. Now, drop that damn gun.
There you go.
All right. Let's finish this up, huh? Here, sign this conveyance. Come on!
It's gonna be a hard sell. People are gonna be curious about where I am.
Yeah, you let me worry about that. Don't look so hurt, Archie. It's just business. What the hell is this, Mr. Potato Head?
Figure you've got about as much chance getting his signature as you do getting mine. Put the gun down so I can help you!
It's hard to imagine this whole valley uninhabitable. Like some toxic waste dump, love canal.
No one will be able to come back?
I wonder what the official story will be.
I guess we got it better than most, huh? At least we got a place to start over.
So you're gonna go back to Oregon?
Land's still good there. It's fertile. I'm gonna bury my dad there. He always liked being near the ocean. I keep thinking about him. How much he loved to farm this land. Whatever his mistakes, he never lost that.
Yeah, well, who do you think you got it from in the first place?
Appreciate what you did for us, both of you.
Wish we could have done more.
Come and see us when you're in Oregon.
Yeah, we'll try.
Well, Toto, no place like home.
I wish you could give those red slippers of yours a click to get us out of this mess.
So do I, Dave. Calls coming in since that first rooster crowed this morning, all asking us the same question. When do we get to come back to Moffett Valley?
State police have promised to let us know as soon as that information becomes available.
Not entirely unhelpful. They do tell us Route 18 is the quickest way out of town.
Now we hear Jerry Thwart's helping out with his fleet of trucks. Just want to say we appreciate it, Jerry.
Folks, Amanda in Sombrero says it's time to sign off. So until we talk again, and I sure hope it's soon, Route 18, keep it true and steady.
And we'll see y'all down the road.
I don't understand. They're calling it a natural disaster?
The EPA found no evidence linking the genetically engineered potato to the methane.
Innocent people have been hurt.
No, by what they're calling a naturally occurring geological anomaly.
Lynn, this isn't the Valdez. It's not Bhopal. Moffett Valley can never, ever, ever be cleaned up. It's genetic pollution. It's part of the ecosystem. The consortium and Parker Shane have to be held accountable.
Maybe they will be. Paul, this is Britt Arringer. He's an attorney who specializes in environmental law. He's representing a group of citizens from Moffett Valley in a class action suit against Parker Shane and the surviving members of the consortium.
Major Reese tells me you may have something to say about what happened there.
Hello.
This is Paul. I didn't know if this was still your number. You home? So I'll call you back. Been able to talk to anybody. It's not just you. I've been thinking about you. I'm doing okay. I'm staying healthy. I'm working for the Army again. I know that'll make you happy. And I'm seeing a woman, which makes me happy. So listen to me, I haven't talked to you for a year. I'm giving my life story to an answering machine. Anyhow, I know you don't have my phone number. And I can't give it to you right now. Because I need, I just want to call you back, okay? So I'll call you. Okay.
I'm really glad we're going. We are going, right?
I spent a long weekend in the mountains of Idaho, but it's supposed to be a nice bed and breakfast.
I'm sure it'll be perfect. You ready? You touch that phone, I'll break your hand.
Next on Sci-Fi, Strange World. Gabrielle Anwar, Rutger Hauer.